We gonna fix the camera.
DJ, just how would you describe your level of fatigue right now?
Not really much. Yeah, not really much. Same as any game.
Guys, especially you guys have been around a while. This is a game that NC State traditionally doesn't do what you guys did. What was the difference today? What kind of allowed you to hang in there and then pull this off?
I would say us being together. I feel like this is one of the games this year that we were more together in huddles on the court, every timeout, media timeouts. So I feel like this the most we've been together as a whole in a while. So I feel like us facing adversity together instead of, folding and fussing at each other, arguing about little stuff. So I feel like we did that better this game.
It was for T and Jarkel. Just both of you, if you can't, just speak to the way DJ played it and the way he kind of took over down low in the second.
Oh man, he do that in practice. It doesn't matter who guard him. We our bigs do the best, but he's a natural born scorer, man. He's been doing it everywhere he went, man. And he come in practice with energy. It doesn't matter if he's not scoring in practice. He's a leader, and then when you do right follow you. And he played big time today.
Oh yeah, I'll say that. Like Kel said, DJ always do that. Ever since I met DJ, it's never been a day I seen him not get a bucket. So, yeah, that's what he do.
Mhm.
It's hard to explain.
DJ, you were either 1 for 5 or 1 for 6 at the line when you went that last time. What was kind of going through your mind there? And then sort of what did you feel after making those?
Just stay focused. I knew that they were gonna have to fall eventually, so I wasn't gonna shy away from the basket. I kept trying to draw the contact and do whatever I can to help my team win. So, I didn't get panicked at all. It's either gonna fall or it's not.
And for Jarkel, I mean, there was a point where you guys didn't know if Terquavian would be playing at this time last week. But in the second half, when he was in foul trouble, it seemed like you guys kind of rallied, said we can do this ourselves. What was kind of going through your mind at that point?
Oh man, T is a great teammate. He's a sophomore, but he's a leader. He's a young leader on this team, man. He kept talking to us, kept talking to me from the guard position, and just man, he became a great teammate. And when he got back in, scored a big bucket for us and played great defense with 4 fouls. And man, T has grown up a lot since I met him this summer. And man, it's see what happens when we play together.
DJ, early in the game, it seemed like the shots weren't falling for you. What changed?
All of
What did you
us.
say about the confidence in your shooting?
We went into a timeout, and Coach Keys, he said, I don't want you to start being timid. He said, stay aggressive. And he said, I promise you it's going to work out for you. And that's exactly what happened. That alone gave me the confidence to keep going instead of starting to pass the ball early. And that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Question for, I guess, all three of you guys. I know BJ, when you went out of the game, DeWanna came in, gave you your 2 block shots. This seems like a collective team is kind of gelling at the right time and doing the right things. And what is this victory? Is this probably the biggest victory of the year? Where do you guys rate that?
Well, I'll say as far as biggest victory of the year, I don't count those, I think all games matter, regardless of who you play, home, away.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I feel like this group that we have now is more about the team, compared to what we did last year. It's more about the team this year. Everybody want to win, so everybody put the team first.
Yep.
So that's how we pull through and win games.
I'll speak to that. I feel like this team is starting to get to the point where everybody's involved and everybody is willing to play their role a lot more than what in the beginning. And I feel like the more we understand that, the better we're going to get as a team and be able to finish games and start them as a whole, so.
DJ, how unstoppable did you feel in the second half?
Once I got going, it felt like that it was just going to keep going. I had zero intention of stopping once I started. It felt really good. I'll say that much.
DJ, you mentioned earlier something about being timid or not being timid on the court. Have you ever been timid on the basketball court?
I wouldn't say timid, but I do have a tendency sometimes when I'm missing shots to start passing. But today, my teammates gave me a lot of confidence. My coaches gave me a lot of confidence. They told me keep going. They told me attack them, and that kept me going. Just keep on going.
Questions for the two transfers. Does this kind of justify why you chose NC State and these are the games you wanted to be in when you got here?
Most definitely, most definitely. DJ, he got a lot of experience going to NCAA tournament, but I don't. And man, this, like you said, this is the reason why I came here, to be in games like this. It's like you said, there was a big game tonight, and we came together, we won it, and I'm glad I came here.
Yeah, I'll definitely say this is why I came here. Shoot, I asked my coaches, every single coach that recruited me, I said, who is going to be on my team? Who are my teammates going to be that I'm going to war with? When they told me about these two guys and a few other guys, I was sold. The great coaching staff, great team, and we came to fight. So this is exactly why I came here for sure.
Yes, sir.
DJ, who was the guy that told him to throw you the ball and shot?
That guy right there, Coach Kevin.
Just for DJ, I saw you shaking your head, kind of laughing as you're running back after some of those baskets when they just all seem to be going in for you. What were you thinking there? And was there any trash talk that stood out as well from the student section?
They always gonna talk. Me being a bigger guy, they always gonna talk, but I feed off of it. I was shaking my head because I don't understand why they would keep talking. That fires me up. What's that? Yes, Mr. Sykes.
Exactly what you did.
First of all, Steve Forbes has done a great job, man, with this program. You think about his first year and what he's been able to do in the transfer portal, and the atmosphere that there is now, and man, they're good. We beat a very good basketball team, and I think the biggest thing, my message to our guys throughout the entire game, and when we wasn't playing well, is just hang in there, just give us a chance, just hang around. Okay, I didn't think things went our way in the first half. We missed shots. We got in foul trouble. I thought the shot by Jarkel Joiner at half was really good to give us a kind of a boost going into half. And then even in the second half, I thought Wake Forest came out and kind of punched us in the mouth at the beginning of the second half. And we just hung around. So many great plays. DJ Burns was special today. He was great. Now, I know everybody's seen how good he is and how good he can be, but I thought today he was tremendous. 31 points. He made an incredible pass to LJ Thomas, who would led to a three. Same thing you could say about Casey Marcel. I didn't think T had a great game, but sitting over there coming in, I thought he made a big shot down the stretch to kind of give us a lead. And, this team's growing. This team's getting better. I think they like each other. It was a great road win for us. Questions?
Coach, at what point did you kind of just decide, hey, we're just going to keep feeding it to DJ no matter what?
Yeah, we struggled to score, and it started in the first half when Tequavion was in foul trouble, and I just didn't have anybody. Jarkel was playing heavy minutes, and I was kind of trying to save him a little bit in the second half, but couldn't take him off the court. And so we decided, hey, I want to punch this inside, just see what happens. So it started in the first half and then kind of led to the second half.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about the team's defense there. Was it a point of emphasis to come out and be as extra physical as you all were to really get up in Wake's face?
No, you know what? These guys are really, they're really good. I watched them on tape. And besides the Virginia game, nobody has won in here. And we knew that they were going to be very aggressive. Steve's done a great job of, they really space you out. Appleby is having a great year. They can make plays. If you rush them on their drive, they do a great job throwing it up to the rim. So it wasn't so much of what we did or didn't do. I thought they did a great job attacking us.
What was kind of going through your mind? I think DJ was 1 for 5 or 1 for 6 at the line before he went for those last two. Did you have a ton of confidence in him that he could make both? I mean, I'm sure as a coach you say you do, but kind of what's going through your mind at that point?
Are you asking and answering? Oh, look, what are you saying? Yeah, yeah.
But for him to make those 2 free throws, I mean, everything else that he did tonight aside, I mean, that was a critical moment.
You know, Luke, I believe him. He's got great touch. He just sit up here and said he don't let the fans bother him. The times before they were hollering Wofford at him, and I don't know why. But at the end of the day, he did something to the fans. I was like, stay locked in. And then I had real confidence in him. He's a much better free throw shooter than being 1 for 5. And so now there was a little prayer in between that, but I was happy that it went in.
Talking about DJ again.
You guys do know that mic doesn't even work anyway. I can hear you without it. Everybody.
Work is instructed, sir.
Oh, do it? Okay, all right. See, this is you keeping me straight. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Stay in my lane. That's what I'm gonna do.
DJ, they didn't really help off of him until late in the game. Do you think his passing ability led him to have the type of performance today? And then you mentioned the 3-pointer where he did pass that.
You know, he's tough to guard. And here's why. You know, he catches it off the block. He maneuvers. You gotta decide which way you want to guard him. If you trap him and we're making shots, he made 2 incredible passes that led to 3-pointers that probably helped us win the game. But if you play him one-on-one, he's so tough to guard. And so, you know, did they come into the game saying, hey, we don't want to trap him properly because his ability to make plays? And, you know, you have to decide which way you want to guard him because he's possible of hurting you both ways. Today, he did both. He scored the ball, he passed the ball. And when he has 31 and then able to get 9 assists, then we're really tough, especially when we're making those shots.
Kevin, you talked about quad 1 wins. You've used Wake Forest as an example from last year of how they went 13-7 in the league, didn't get in. This is a quad 1 win. You get it on the road. How important is it, do you think?
You know, I was one of those guys that's bothered about the job that Steve did last year. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think he had 13 wins in his league, and I was hoping that he got in. He deserved to get in. But as I dial into it now, everything is about quad 1s, quad 2s. And, you know, what I talk about with our team now is as much as we talk about who we're playing in scouting reports, we also talk about what type of quad these teams are because it's a great opportunity.
You did sit Burns at 7 minutes. You were -3. You were trailing 3. Y'all even the game out. Dewana had the 2 big blocks. It seems you're getting a collective buy-in. And how big was that critical couple of minutes there?
You know, I didn't want to sit him right. All the coaches were like, man, he needs a breather. I was like, no, he don't. He's all right. No, I thought EB came in and played great. You know, and we have done that towards the end of the game. We substitute them sometime offense to defense. DJ needed a break. I thought Dewana came in and I thought his blocks were great and we needed them at that time.
Team go. I mean, seems like one of the bigger wins this season. I mean, how far can this team go?
We won today. And we're gonna continue. We'll keep working, and you know, really, and I'm not being funny. I don't allow this team to look ahead. I look at we got to stay in the moment. I think with kids today and so many transfers, you got to just focus on the next game, and that's all we've been able to do. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, Whopper. Oh, I thought they were saying Walford. I was like, man, golly, all right. Okay. Whopper. That's not nice.
Which is why he went like this.
I know it. All right, now I'm gonna let him get away with it. That wasn't nice. Thank you, Brad, for clearing that up.
You're welcome.
That wasn't.
Same difference. Yeah. But there's no one Walker.
I'll be ready.
Yeah, Andrew and Tyreek, open up for any questions.
Hi, Andrew. Kind of a gut punch loss for the team. What was the, that initial vibe and feeling in the locker room, after coming in off the court?
It's tough, especially, three in a row here and just trying to get back in the win column. I know everybody's just trying to go out there and win. So it definitely hurts a little bit. And but it's a long season. We got to get back to it and try and get this win. It just means we got to win on the road. We got to do a lot of other things to help our season and just keep believing and I know we do. So
Ty, what do you remember about the scout on DJ Burns, and was Steve telling you guys to foul him at the end of the game?
No. Just stop him. Hats off to him. He had a great game today for sure. But just like any other player, just try to stop him. We knew he was a good player coming into this game. We knew half the offense goes through him. So we didn't give our best efforts tonight, but we're gonna bounce back.
For either one of you guys, it felt like the defense was better than it had been on Wednesday night and last week until the last maybe 7 or 8 minutes. What did you see going wrong in that last stretch?
I would just say, just gotta keep staying disciplined throughout the full 40 minutes. I think a little bit kind of try to start to double him a little bit and switch some things up to because obviously Burns was doing a really good job in the post, and that's when they sprayed 2 threes on us, and so kind of got us out of that pretty quickly and back to what we were doing. So I don't know. I think that we just gotta continue to stay disciplined throughout the full 40 minutes.
By the possession there at the end where you guys are down 3 and you and Damari get pretty clean looks as far as in that situation. Do you feel like yours was going to go down? Do you feel like Damari's was going to go down?
I feel like every shot I shoot gonna go in, honestly. So, unfortunately he missed, but I just feel like every shot I shoot gonna go in.
Ty, just generally speaking. Just generally speaking, what's the move this team? 3-game losing streak, you're going to do Tuesday. What's the key to kind of reversing this trend and getting going on the right track?
We gotta come out hungry. I think we got too comfortable. When we got on our 4-game win streak and everything like that, we forgot, what got us, to that point. So we just have to, get back to our old ways and, knowing that offense is gonna handle itself, but we need to pick it up on the defensive end.
It's kind of applies to both of you guys, but over the past few games, it seems like a common thread has been struggles finishing at the rim in terms of layups for this game. As a team, Wake went 8 of 19. Just how big of a focus is that going into the latter portion of the season, trying to work on finishing at the rim?
Yeah, I think it's something that we talk about a lot. It's less taking off and more playing off 2 feet around the rim. And at this level, you have a lot of good shot blockers. I don't remember his number. Was he 21 at 2, I think, in the later half of the second half there. But just taking your time inside, I think, and playing off 2 feet, getting someone to jump in the air, and force them get to the free throw line. I do a lot of different things from that, but just do a better job probably playing off of 2 feet and less taking off.
Hey guys, since we won't be catching you guys till Tuesday, neither of you guys have ever played at Cameron Indoor Stadium before. What do you suspect that's going to be like?
I expect it to be loud, as usual, but we're gonna come ready to play for sure.
And yeah, same thing for me. Gotta come ready to play, but I heard it's pretty small and the fans are right there, so it'll be cool. It'll be a cool atmosphere. Love to be able to play in a place like that. Gotta go get a win.
Anything else?
Ty, when you say that you guys got too comfortable in the 4-game winning streak, I mean, what is it? Effort and energy that makes you say that?
I feel like my teammates know that. They know, because we appreciate it. I tell them all the time in practice and everything. So we just gotta reiterate that and get back to the old ways.
Thanks. Yep.
A little under the weather here, so you might have a hard time hearing me. There's a couple there's 31, 13, 48 as I look at the box score. 31 points by DJ Burns, an unbelievable performance by him. 13 offensive rebounds and 48 points in the second half. Those were the tail of the tape to me, how we lost the game. There was 4 keys going into the game that we had to do well. We had to do well in transition defense. I thought we did pretty much the entire game except for the last play of the first half, which was just a really poor play on our part to go down and really not execute what we were supposed to do offensively and then come down and run away from the guy who was wide and then left him wide open for a 3. That was poor. I thought our ball screen defense was really good. It was all we've changed just over and over because of trying to help our bigs, and today we're in a drop, which means the bigs were way off the screen, and our guards had to get over and get back and force tough 2s. And that way we didn't have to help on the roll. We could be out on the shooters so they couldn't play across the midline like Pitt did. And we did a good job on that. And, but when there's tough 2s and there's tough rebounds. And so you have to get those rebounds and that leads to those offensive rebounds. The third thing was guard the post. We knew that coming in, and I know we got 14,000 people in there that think they could coach and telling me to double team the post. And did you see what happened when we did that? I mean, we watched film after film after film of this guy. He can pass. He's a great passer. And so what happened? They just shot horse shot 3 one time. We're not doing that. And so we knew going in, you have to guard him and you have to make him go right. And you have to make him shoot it over you, body between. And we did a good job of that in the first half. Second half, we did not. And then the fourth thing was rebound. And when they average over more than 10 offensive rebounds a game, they win. And they got 13. And it's a 2-point game. And so those things come back to haunt you. But a lot of credit to DJ. Played well. I've coached against him before when he was at Winthrop. So, I mean, it wasn't news to me. I thought a big play was we finally just put Damari on him to try to get him to pass it. Damari did, and then he threw it out. We should have stole the ball, went right through our hands, right to them, and then I think Quavion made a really tough runner to kind of give him a little breather room. I thought after we called timeout, we got a really good look at 3. Damari got a great look at it, missed it. We got it back. Ty missed it. I mean, we had good looks, but giving up 48 points in the second half is just not a winning way. Questions?
Steve, I know you've been focused on the way you started games defensively, and that was better. So
yeah,
disappointment level for falling off in the second half.
Oh, big. It's 40-minute game, and that was the last thing I said to the team before we went out for the game was we got to play 40 minutes. We can't play 33, can't play 35, can't play 37, got to play 40. In the first half defensively was really good. And we did what we just said we had to do to win the game. And, try to win it 2-2. Like, can they beat you? I mean, he got off 26 rounds. I mean, you know, it's better that than giving up 18, 15 threes, in my opinion. And so you got to take away, you're not going to take away everything. And so, but then when he missed, we didn't get the rebound, you know? So it's very disappointing to give up 48 points in the second half. That's just not, it's not winning numbers.
Yes, Steve, you talked about, when DJ was going on it, what other options did you have to maybe try to slow him down? You talked about.
Well,
trying to double him at that.
there's no other option because he posted the 3-point line and he backs you down. So you can't deny him the ball. You could try, but you can go double him. And then you saw what happened. I mean, it's the bottom line is you got to guard your man one-on-one. And you know what his strengths are. You know what he can do. So take that away and then make him go body between. Don't give him an angle and then box him out and then box out the weak side too. So we made him miss a few times the second half, but then they went and got, there's one series there. I think they got 4 or 5 offensive rebounds in one possession. It's losing basketball, especially in a tight game like this. And so, I mean, that's it. There's no other option. There's either double him or not. And you saw what happened when we did, and I wasn't going to go down like that. And so we had to find somebody that could put somebody, get a body between and make him miss and then go get the rebound.
In the second half, NC State went on a very quick 16-2 run. Obviously, DJ Burns was tough to stop on defense, but what was going wrong on offense?
Yeah, you know, I agree. I don't think we played very good offense second half. I thought they're a very quick, athletic team. They're physical, they're tough, they're older. I thought they may sped us up on offense, being a lot. I didn't think we played great offense. We scored enough points to win, but there was a stretch there in the second half where our offense was just as bad as our defense, and guys were getting sped up, taking bad shots. We had a bunch of shots we haven't had that all year. At the end of the shot clock, just didn't get a shot, got our shot blocked. We had a couple 3 plays at the rim where we just didn't finish or we got it blocked. Cam struggled the entire day. And so, you know, it's just one of those things. It was a combination of both, but you got to give credit to NC State too. I mean, I thought, you know, Joyner and Marcel, Cravion, those guys, they're not only just good offensive players, they're good defensive players. And those active fours, is it Gant and Ross, those guys, they could switch. You know, they were switching our stuff. And those fours could stay down and guard, and they were doing a good job. I thought they played really good defense.
When Damari fouled Burns in the tie game, just over about a minute and a half ago, were you looking to send Burns to the free throw line?
Yeah. I mean, not letting him just make a layup. He hadn't made a free throw yet, you know, and to his credit, you know, he did. But yeah, we talked about that. Just go ahead if you know, maybe not that far out, you know, but I thought Damari, you know, in the second time they came down, he forced him to kick it out. And it went right through Cameron's hands. We should have had that ball, and we were down 1, right? We get a run out layup there, and we're ahead. And then he goes right to Smith, and he shoots a floater, and now we're down 3. Come down, call timeout. We had a play called. I didn't like it. So we went to the timeout. We ran something different, and I thought he got a great look. You know, he makes that. And it just, you know, didn't happen. We got another great look on the offensive rebound to tie it up and just didn't make it.
Speaking of Damari, was he ill today? I thought I saw him.
Yeah,
Sick.
he was. He throws up a lot, guys. I mean, listen, it's anxiety. All right. It's nothing, you know, it's who he is. I went through this a lot even when I was younger as a coach. I almost got out of coaching when I was at Barton County because I would throw up before every game. You know, and I was always very on edge, you know, and it just wasn't very comfortable. And I think he goes through that a little bit, you know, it's anxiety. He's not, doesn't have the flu. I'm sick today, but he's I think it's just anxiety, you know, and competitiveness. And so, but it's not the first time, you know, he's gone through this a lot, and, you know, he does the best that he can with it. Yeah, Lucas is dealing with a personal issue, and so he wasn't here today, and it's about how I'm going to handle that with that right now.
Steve Ty mentioned that he felt like you guys got too comfortable during the 4-game winning streak.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, guys, we've lost 2 games by 2 points. I mean, you know, we had a really hard game over Virginia. We played some really good teams. I mean, I didn't really see that in practice. In fact, the two practices before we went to Pitt were really good. In fact, I stopped practicing. We practice like this. We're gonna win a lot. We're gonna win a lot of games, and we still can. It's it's the ACC. It's a tough league, and there's good teams. There's a lot of balance in our league, and so I know he's probably trying to find a way to explain, but hey, we lost to Virginia, lost to Pitt. Now we've lost to NC State. And that's not, we're right there. We just got to figure out how to get over the top. So I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I mean, I respect Ty's opinion, but I'm not going to say that.
Given how much younger this year's team is versus last year, do you handle a 3-game losing streak differently with a younger group than you would?
Yeah, Josh, I've never really yelled at a team after a loss. They're already feeling bad, right? I mean, unless it's just something that's just maybe early in the year, blow a lead late. Okay, but these are hard-fought games. It's not going to do them any good for me to go in there and just pound on them, and so I got to I got to make them more confident, and I got to build up their confidence. And so they're not as calloused as an older group, you know what I mean? Like older group, like he's got, they've been through the wars. They get it. They'll keep bouncing. I've got to keep these guys. I got to keep their energy up, and I'll do that. We have to practice tomorrow because we play Tuesday. So it's a grind. You got to have a short memory in this thing. You can't dwell on it because it just keeps coming at you. And we got a tough game Tuesday at Duke.
And now that you're making the turn in conference play, do you see an obvious uptick in the quality of ACC competition with the last?
Yeah, I mean, I just think there's a lot of depth. There's not as many teams. I think there's the majority of teams can beat anybody. I mean, even Notre Dame has struggled, right? But then they just lost by 2 at NC State, right? I don't know the scores today, but I don't know if there's like an overly elite team. I mean, I think Virginia's a really good basketball team, maybe elite. Carolina obviously could be, and if Duke got healthy, and there's other teams. Clemson's playing awesome. There's good teams. And so it's just going to be a battle every night, and you can't get too high, you can't get too low, and but I think the league's really good.
Anything else?
All right, thank you. Yeah. Yeah.